Hope everybody's having a great night tonight. Man, I don't have any like cool intro music because it takes that 30 seconds for you guys to log on. Of course, while you're waiting, you can click as a action or hit share and all that good stuff. So once again, trying out the new software as well. But I'll give you guys a few seconds to log on and just to verify that I'm live like I did the other night. Bam. Going to check myself. And that's what I did. That way we have any issues. See, because right now, there he goes. I can see him now. What's up, Paula? So hit share on this video if you get a chance to this one. This is near and dear to my heart. Because let's talk about suicide. Because something really cool happened over the weekend. I've been waiting for it, and it finally happened. What's up, Shirley? What's up, Paula? Hey, I miss you guys too. Our country finally come up with a 3-digit lifeline for suicide prevention. Now, up to this point, there's been several numbers you can call for lifelines. The National Suicide Prevention Line is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Oh, Paula, I'm so sorry. But this weekend, and I'll try to scroll back through y'all's comments as they come up here as well. This weekend, our country did something really cool. They introduced a new 988, similar to 911 and 311. So now, from your cell phone, from your home phone, you can dial 988, and it'll actually connect you to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. I'm excited about that because we need to have access to a quick and easy number for people to call that might not have other resources to deal with when it comes to that thing. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. It's the 10th leading cause of death, believe it or not. Now, we had a big spike the year before. We're down just a little bit this year, but that doesn't really mean anything because we was already escalating up. In Arkansas, it's the 10th leading cause of death. However, it's the 2nd leading cause of death for ages 10 to 34. 4th leading cause of death for 35 to 54s. 8th leading cause of death of 55 to 64. Our state is ranked number 18. The national suicide number per 100,000 is 13.93. Arkansas 17.97. Me, I am a suicide survivor. I have multiple attempts, so I doubt if my family will watch this video tonight. Not only am I a suicide survivor, my uncle killed himself, and I've had cousins who killed themselves and friends that killed themselves. The impact is incredible. Even the impact I had on my family, and I know they praise God that I'm alive, but even the impact I had on my family was just unreal. And you never know what goes to a person's head when they're committing or thinking about committing suicide. Most of them has to do with mental illness, including mine. With over 54% of the country experiencing suicidal thoughts. the I mean, it's something we got to start addressing. Heather says, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you very much. I'm glad I'm here too. And it's by the grace of God that I'm here. And it's by the grace of God that others are here, because He is the giver and taker of life. So, suicide is personal to me. It's personal to me outside of even me attempting suicide. I'm that example of somebody that can be incredibly happy, and you're looking on the outside and even on the inside very joyous, and then they come home and they feel this deep dark depression or loneliness, and that's all part of mental disorders. I wish you could have joined me as well, Heather. As part of mental disorders, and then you mix that with medication, it can even get even more worse. Me personally, I have suicidal ideation almost every day. Ever since I was 7. What that means is, at some point during the day, I'll sincerely want to die, and I wish or hope that I could make that happen. Might be just for a brief second, and that's good. That's suicidal ideation. Had it. You learn coping techniques and all kinds of other things. Oh, Candy, I want you to watch this. Candy, I want you to watch this because I'm going to tell you that's one of these suicide prevention lifelines, like 988, is so important. Because I'm reading comments and we're doing that, so just having to read them on another screen. Let me put it over there. Maybe I can do it that way. If we're good tonight, Alvy, depression is an awful disease. Depression is an awful disease. It's so strange to explain, because there's been days that I suffered from, had suicidal thoughts, and my life was perfect. I mean, everything was just good. There was no reason to feel that way. And that's how you know it's a mental illness. But that's just one type of suicide. There's many other types out there, different reasons, different causes. And I think one of the reasons is that we're uncomfortable talking about them. None of us really, it's an uncomfortable subject for all of us. Understand why. No one wants to do that. I'm going to Facebook so I can read y'all's comments, because I'm barely getting them where I'm looking. And man, let me go there real quick. Guys, if you're joining me this weekend, since we went to 10-digit dialing, we can dial 9888 for the suicide prevention Lifeline. So if you need someone to talk to, if you're feeling suicidal, you can call 988 from your cell phone. Me trying to go to my own page. This is funny. Yeah, I got it muted. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. See if I can get this going now. Oh, no. I got it. There we go. Ooh, was fixing to have everything backing up. I'm going back and reading comments now, guys. I miss you too. Shortly, I didn't do anything to my hair. Paula says, I lost my niece to suicide. Paula, thank you for sharing. It's hard to share. It's hard to talk about. And when other people are talking about it and you've lost someone to suicide, that makes it harder, even more so. Patsy says, looking good tonight, Alvy. Depression is an awful disease. See, I'd misread that comment a while ago. Hi, Sherry. Thank you. I feel good tonight as well. I did get some sleep last night. But man, I wanted to talk about this. And the other thing, and I wish I had more viewers for this one, is that next month, me and my friend Heather, and we're going to invite you guys to join us, we're going to do an Out of the Darkness walk. And that's for suicide awareness. It's happening November 7th. So I hope some of you will be able to join us. I'll get the details out to you guys tomorrow at some time. Then we'll probably set up a team and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys will join me for that. I just got a new comment. Heather says, when I came to that point, it was because, by the way, Heather's a suicide survivor. When I came to that point, it's because I hurt someone else. I did something I swore I'd never do, and yet because I was hurt, I no longer cared. Together, Satan and I both put myself under total condemnation, and I didn't think it was worthy of living anymore. Heather, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for sharing. You know, it's really sad that that videos like this don't get higher views. If I was showing blue lights right now, I'd already have 200 live viewers. But we talk about things like suicide. It's so uncomfortable that people don't know what to say. Understand that. I just wish there was a better way for us to do it, to make more people aware. And it's okay to talk about it. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay here. All right, guys, so just to recap, Out of the Darkness walk, November 7th. I'm going to shoot you more details. We'll put a team together. I'll have to get with Heather. She asked me that I wanted to walk. I said, absolutely. I would love to have you guys join us on that walk. As well, the National Suicide Hotline number, 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-2755. Now, beginning yesterday, from your cell phone, from your home phone number, you can dial 988. It's just like the 911 and 311 emergency line. So that is good news. Suicide and suicide prevention will be an ongoing topic on this news channel. Some will be emotional, some not so. I'm happy about the 988 number. So that's kind of why I'm smiling, because there's been times that during my depression I was talking to people and I couldn't remember the number to give them, and that made me feel bad. So with 988, it's easy to remember. It's easy for us to share. Of course, I'll drop some photos with the new 98 logo on there as well. If any of you guys would ever want to come on and share your story, let me know. I would love, yes, I would love and be honored if you'd share your, either how you was affected by a family member with suicide, or if you're a suicide survivor. I think they're both important. I think they're both extremely uncomfortable. And I know they'll both help, because people always want to know why. And who better to ask some of those questions than to those of us who, for whatever reason, made that decision to attempt to end our lives when we did. And plus, my goal has always been to make it okay to talk about it more. To talk about suicide, to talk about mental illness. By the way, it's okay to click a care reaction during all this. and just make it more normal for us to actually speak about. If we could talk about it more, less people would do it, less people would feel like they didn't have a way out. I'm telling you, there were times when I was at my worst, when I had this store open, I would post every Friday with Share a Smile Friday. And I'd often remind people that everywhere you went to share a smile, because you never know if that smile would change someone's life or save someone's life. I got challenged on that a few times, but see, I knew it was true because there's been times that I'd been in Dallas, and just because a stranger had came up and smiled, or I was just walking by, it made my day. It changed my mood. It helped take my thought away. It sincerely saved my life. Sometimes when you're suicidal, you're not really looking for a way to die. You're looking for the reason to live for the next day, or the next hour, or the next week, or the next month, wherever you are in that. And it's crazy. I remember getting out of, I think I was in Bridgeway, out of Bridgeway, one of them, and getting out, and like, it was tough because I'd seen my friends and people, my brother had put on Facebook, roughly so, to pray for me that I try to take my own life. And, you know, as I come up to people, you know, the first thing they said is, Alvy, what are you doing? You know you can call me, right? You know you can call me, right? And it's not always about that. And I know that's weird, but it's not always just about that. That's why there's got to be extra resources for us. And if we just talk about it, it helps. Robin says, I've been there. I love you too. Robin, I am so glad you are here. And I'm so glad to call you friend as well.